Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. I hope this show finds you in good spirits. Real talk. Hope this show finds you in very, very good spirits. It's been a very busy weekend, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. It has been a very, very busy weekend. Of course, there's been some things that were popping off all yesterday. A lot of things were popping off over this weekend, and a lot of things popped off mainly yesterday. Obviously, it sparked a lot of questions for a lot of us. Man, I got so many questions, okay? So many questions surrounding this story, this case, etc. But I wanted to bring all the things that I did in pop-up videos, all the things that we know of so far, and we got a few little updates to talk about. And there's an article that is out here that I don't entirely agree with, and I can debunk it, I think, because of the statement made by police. So there's a bunch of things that we're going to be talking about. I may open up the video chat line to hear your thoughts about everything as well. I may do that. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but we got to rock and roll. I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. Good morning, good afternoon to every single last one of y'all. Just some housekeeping really, really quick before we get things started. If you don't mind, please crush that subscribe button, that like button, man. See, there's a case of the Mondays already. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 300 likes as you guys start to file in. I appreciate everybody who's coming in and being a part of this. It shows that you care, no matter what. Even if you have your speculations and questions and theories and all that stuff, doesn't matter. Shows that you guys care about this young woman and care about the facts and the truth, right? So please hit that like button down below. Send it past 300 likes real quick before you get started. If you're watching on Facebook, what's up to my Facebook family? Please, by all means, hit that follow button over on my Facebook page as well. And if you're not there and you're on YouTube right now, please hit that subscribe button. Okay, be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. All right, hit that join button down below, become a member, become a family member, or you can follow my Patreon, patreon.com/the Pascal Show if you want to support even more. Either way, I appreciate you guys being here. It means the world to me, okay? Anyway, we got to get into some things, all right? We got some conversations that we need to have. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of questions that are still out there that have remained unanswered. In fact, there's been even more questions popping off, okay? And I understand. I totally understand. Now, we're going to take a little bit of a trip down memory lane really quick because, of course, I know there's some people that are still not savvy to the story. So I want to make sure y'all are fully up to date, know exactly what's going down, what's popping off, and all that stuff. Tawana Jones, good morning to you as well. You in Alabama, I hope you're good. I hope you're safe. And if you know of anything, please comment in that Facebook chat. Let us know, because I have so many questions, y'all. So, and I appreciate all the new subscribers, like the coolest. All right. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family. I appreciate y'all for subscribing. All you new subscribers and all that. It is a blessing. Real talk. We got so many other stories to bring up and talk about. So be prepared. I got another story that I'm going to be breaking with you guys right after this show. There's going to be a pop-up video coming up about another case that needs all of our attention, as well as many other ones. But just be ready, because that one will be coming out very, very soon. Okay. But anyway, appreciate all you new subscribers and all that. It's been really, really amazing. And I can't wait to get to know every single last one of y'all. Real talk. Okay. Let's get into this. Okay. Anyway, as we already know, we had a 25-year-old woman by the name of Carlee Russell. All right. She went missing. She went missing on July 13th. She allegedly around 9:34 p.m., give or take, she pulled over onto the side of Interstate 459 in Hoover, Alabama. She allegedly saw a toddler on the side of the road. She pulled over to try to render aid to this kid. And then, according to the family, she called her family. She was on the phone with her family after she had called 911, talking about a baby, a toddler, a 3 to 4 year old toddler on the side of the road. She called her family. And while she was on the phone with her family, that's when she allegedly was taken. Now, of course, the world went nuts, understandably, because as soon as this information came out, I mean, it was only a few hours where they said, in which this report came out that she went missing. We all know that within 48 hours, the crucial time is within 48 hours. If you're able to find them, that's the best time to find your loved ones when they go missing, is 48 hours. And of course, the world went and did everything they could to try to find this young woman. Okay. Family members went out. People were out there searching high and low, combing the area in which she was last seen, so on and so forth. Again, she left her purse inside the car with her Apple Watch in her purse. The door was still open, allegedly, of her red Mercedes that was on the side of the road. The car was still running as well. Her phone was outside on the ground, and her wig was outside on the ground as well. Okay. So it sounded like she was in a really big tussle with whoever it was that allegedly took her. Okay. So the last thing she was wearing was a black shirt, black pants, and white Nikes. Okay. Again, everyone came together, high and low, all over the country, all over the world, true crime podcasters, etc., all the way to mainstream media. We're talking about this at great lengths. 48 hours had passed. We still had not heard anything. We hadn't heard anything about her well-being, if she had been found, any details about where she was last seen, or if there was any more developing information about where she was last seen, etc. Right? Then out of nowhere, we get a crazy piece of information like this. About 49 hours later, 49 hours into the time that she was missing, she walks up to her family's front door and knocks on the door, and she's there, home, safe. Now, I know a lot of people were asking a lot of questions, understandably. I was asking a lot of questions too. Let's get into this article really quick. I know we've talked about this before, but again, just some recap, okay? Again, this is Carlee, all right? So, Alabama woman who went missing after telling a 911 dispatcher that she saw a toddler walking alone on the side of an interstate has returned home, authorities said. Carlee Nicole Russell, 25, had been missing since Thursday night when she called 911 and told a dispatcher that she saw a child on the side of Interstate 459 South. After the call, Russell stopped her vehicle to check on the toddler and called the family. Hold on, guys. Jeez. And called a family member who lost contact with her, though the line remained open. Okay. And this is according to the Hoover Police Department. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Russell's vehicle and some of her belongings, including wig, phone, and purse, but no sign of her or child, according to the police. All right. Now, around 10:45 p.m., Saturday, Hoover 911 Center received a call that Russell had returned home on foot. She came home on foot, y'all. Okay? Now, they say it was unclear where she had been since Thursday, and no further details were provided. Now, of course, we're gonna talk about more of this in more of this in just a second. But clearly, I know as soon as we heard about her going knock, knock, knock at her front door, and also on top of that, the fact that she actually showed up and how she showed up. She showed up on foot. Blew everybody's minds. Blew my mind when I heard about that. I was like, what? How did that happen? Come on now. Come on. I mean, instantly I'm thinking that. But of course, many other questions were sparking off way before she was found. Understandably. All right. Like like the footage, okay, of showing when she was allegedly taken. Now, I want to show you guys first. The actual what the video really looked like. Now, I know we've talked about this before, but and I've shown this to you guys to my original viewers. For some of you guys who are new to the show, of course, I want to give you guys a little trip down memory lane before we go to all the details and all the updates that we got from the family members, the boyfriend. There's some news, etc., so on and so forth. So we're going to be getting into that here in just a minute. But I wanted to show you guys, this is what it looked like. So let me blow this up for y'all. And of course, we all know this. We all seen this. There's her, if you can see my mouse, there's her car on the side of the road, pulling up slowly on the shoulder of the interstate. Okay. And then she slowly slows down to a halt. Okay. And what's interesting is that as she slows down, that's when she gets out of the car and she sees a kid, right? She sees this kid on the side of the road. It's very interesting. And then, and it's kind of hard to see, but apparently in the video, you can see her like walk into the grass. And some people say that they can see her actually going into the woods. Now, I don't know if that part, I've looked at it, I've seen it. I don't know if that's true or not. Okay. But still, no matter what, she does get out of the car. She does stand right next to her car, staring into the wooded area right in front of her. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be asking a lot of questions. I had a lot of questions too. One of the main questions was, okay, the fact that she is literally slowing down to a stop right in front of the child. Remember, I don't know what the speed limit is on this interstate. Maybe it's 60, maybe it's 65, maybe it's 70. I don't know. But still, no matter what, if you're going at a fast speed in the dark, driving by, and unless this child was literally standing on the side of the road, right at the edge of the grass and where the interstate meets with the grass, that she would not be able to see this child that far away. Because remember, if you look, and we talked about this in the other live, but I'm going to show you, she's already on the shoulder with her hazards on, driving on the shoulder, driving slowly. Now, you look at that and you go, wait, how does that ain't mathing right? That ain't mathing right, right? Okay? That's one part that sparked up a question of, was this a mental break? Right? Was she having a psychological break? Was this an episode? Okay, maybe an undiagnosed mental health issue that she didn't even know she had, and suddenly it happened right then and there, right? In this moment. I mean, we got to ask all these questions, right? Now, I know a lot of other people were sitting there saying, oh, there's a truck behind this sign and all that. I don't see no sign. I don't see no truck behind the sign personally, all right? But she still gets out and she stops right in front, perfectly right in front of the child. Now, let me just say this too. if you saw a child on the side or a person on the side of the road that you wanted to help, that person, you'd whip right by them, right? You'd drive and go, oh, there's a person there, right? You wouldn't know from that far back in pitch black that there's a child on the side of the road, right? So then you pull over to this, so the only other explanation I can think of is that, and this all depends on what 5-0 has documented, what they found on her trip and all that, right? The only other explanation I can think of is she saw the kid. She may have driven right by him, said, whoa, I saw it. I saw that kid. She gets off on the nearest exit. She flips a B. She goes back up north on the northbound, hits that exit, does one big, huge ash U-ey, and then comes back and finds that kid right there. Now, she said it was a 3 to 4-year-old toddler wearing a diaper, just standing on the side of the road. But then she gets taken, allegedly. One thing we haven't seen so far, as we're looking at this video right now, and don't worry, I got a more enhanced, looks like daylight type of footage. We're going to look at that here in a second too. But as you see it, do we see a car pull up? Not even one with like the headlights out or nothing. Do we see a man? Do we see a struggle? Do we see anything thus far? I'm being real. I'm asking for all y'all. Have we seen anything so far? I haven't seen anything. Now, there's a possibility that the kid that she saw, again, I'm just entertaining all the possibilities, was at the tree line. She walked over there, and that's when the tussle happened. That's when she was taken. And then they just dragged her into the woods, into the wooded area. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just exercising every possibility here, right? And that I feel like that is fair, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are wondering what the F happened to this woman. But let me blow it up for you guys one more time. And I'm going to show you guys the daytime version of this, which is amazing. Okay. As you see, 5-0 shows up, but let me just roll that back just really quick. As you can see, there ain't nobody pulled up. You don't see a car go over. You don't see anything. Not a damn thing. And then minutes later, about 5 minutes later, after her phone call and after she was allegedly taken, 5-0 show up. Seriously, 5-0 show up. They showed up quick. Okay. Zero hesitation with this situation, which I'm very happy about on that piece. But 5-0 shows up, and that's when they find her empty car. Car is still running. Some of her belongings on the outside of the car, like her wig and her cell phone. Her purse is still inside the running red Mercedes that she drove in, and the dinner that she got from Colonnade. All right, the food that she was getting for dinner for her and her parents, I think, or her mom as well. And that's it, right? Okay. Now, we've seen that. So I want to show you guys the more enhanced daylight version of this, which I think is pretty damn amazing. How they were able to enhance this. This is some serious skill. So take a look at this. This is same place, same time. They just were able to do, I don't know what they did. Technology is amazing, y'all. All right. But they were able to pull up this and do it in a daytime version. So let's take a look at this as well. Okay. And as you can see, car pulls up. Same scenario. Mucho Taco image overlay. Okay. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Okay. And and Nerdy Addict was the one who posted it. It's pretty amazing what he did, or whoever did this. I don't know if he did it or if he got it from somebody else. But anyway, no matter what, it's pretty damn amazing. But again, still the same thing. Now, I wish this one had more of a zoomed in type of thing. But I think one of the most important parts of this is that you'll see that you don't really see a child on the side of the road over here. She gets out of the car. She's right there, which is still wild. All right. Still very wild. She's standing right there. You can see it. And then just like that, she just walks over. She walks into the grass, and it almost seems like she just walks into the tree line, okay, into that wooded area. All right. But she was on the phone, and apparently a tussle happened, and that's when things were left behind. Everything that could possibly track her was left either in the car and outside the car, which it would be really easy, y'all, really easy for them to track her if her cell phone was on her. They would have been able to track her too, possibly, if she had her Apple Watch on, but she wasn't wearing it at that time. Okay. But as you can see right now, at the time that they say that she went missing, no car has shown up here, at least on this footage. Okay. Nothing so far. And I'm going to play it. We're going to play this. We're going to look at it until the cops show up. Okay. But like I said, I have so many questions about this. I got a lot of questions. And I will keep on prefacing and saying this over and over again. No matter what, it is still a wonderful thing that this young woman was found alive, that she was found safe and she was found alive, period. Okay. We can't forget that. Yes, this is there's a lot of question marks around her disappearance and how that happened and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, she still was found. She still showed up at the crib alive. And we are very happy. I'm very happy about that. And we all should be very, very happy about that. Let's keep it a buck. All right. But again, as you can see, no car is pulling up. No car's pulling up. Okay. Zero. We got less than a minute left in this video, but so far I have not seen anything in this video where there's a tussle, or anything, which is very, very weird. Okay. So we see that, and that's interesting. Okay. Let me get this super chat really quick, or let me get that after this. We got about 20 more seconds. But like I said, I just wanted to play it for you guys just so you guys can see. Apparently, there was a trucker that said that they saw a gray car, a brown skinned man in tan shorts or something like that. See what I'm saying? Like, it still doesn't make any freaking sense, in my personal opinion. Okay, it's still the questions are still. I got burning questions, period, and I know a lot of us do. Okay, and the only person that knows, that can give us really what went down, is Carlee herself. I'm hoping we hear something soon, but like I said, we might not know anything for a little bit, which I know would make some of you guys very upset. But let me get this super chat really quick. Marlena, thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate it. Pascal, could it be possible she took a full Delta 10 gummy for the first time, thinking nothing of it, and the further it kicked in, it got her like, whoa? You know what? That is I mean, man, I'm quite curious. That's a good question. I don't know. Right? Could she have been under the influence? That's a good possibility. Actually, that reminds me of something. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. That reminds me of
But I am welcome to a day. But I am telling.
I need to pull this up. Hold on. Okay. I got to show this to you guys too, because that makes me think of this other story that was going crazy viral. I don't know if you guys remember this. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember this. Okay. But there was a video that went viral of this girl losing her mind on I don't know if maybe it's American Airlines, okay? But she was on American Airlines and she was tripping and she was saying something about somebody like somebody that was next to her being like, that man is not real, right? Let's take a look at that video really, really quick. Okay?
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Okay, now, you guys remember that? That was a video that was going viral, like crazy viral, y'all. Okay, over the past couple weeks, if I remember correctly. All right, and she was claiming that somebody that she was sitting next to, I don't know, was reptilian or something. I don't know, but this was a huge viral video that was going crazy, right? She believed whatever she believed in about this person that was sitting next to her. Now, I know that the person that was actually sitting next to her actually came out with a video basically saying like he was just messing with her and that freaked her out. He claims that she was, I guess, she was under the influence. She was drunk, maybe had a few too many before she got on the plane and started tripping and said, hey, I'm getting the F off this plane. I ain't tripping. I'm out. Y'all can fly with this dude, but I'm not doing this. I'm out. Right? Now, could there be a possibility of something like this? Not alcohol induced, but maybe it was a gummy. Maybe it was something else. Maybe it was a mental break with Carlee. I mean, the questions are going to be running like crazy forever. Okay. Until we hear something from Carlee. Let's keep it real. We're not going to know anything until we actually hear something from the woman in question, right? Or at least from 5-0 when they do their due diligence and give us the information that we need as well. Okay. Now, of course, I showed this to you guys in a pop-up video, and I appreciate you guys listening and watching the recent pop-up videos that I put in over yesterday. I mean, it's the reaction was overwhelming and amazing. Okay, and I appreciate the support. Speaking of that, please hit that like button down below. Let's get it past 1K, if you don't mind. All right, please hit that like button. Send it past 1K. I see over 2,100 souls in the house. I appreciate all y'all that are watching this show right now. It really does mean a lot. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button too, okay? We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, y'all. Almost at 100,000 subscribers. That is wild, all right? So please support if you can, all right? By hitting that subscribe button as well. Now, I know that a lot of us heard about the boyfriend, speaking out, posting this post, okay? Looks like a lovely, happy couple, right? And I know apparently he's claiming that there were rumors floating around saying that he was a part of it, that he had something to do, with this, right? If I'm correct, his name is Tomar, all right? And his girlfriend went missing. Carlee is the one that went missing. So I wanted to read this post for you guys again, okay? And we got the mother's post as well. I'm going to read. I didn't do that in a pop-up, so I will be bringing that up here in just a minute. We're going to read her response as well. We're going to read the police report, or at least their statement as far as the updates surrounding this as well. And then, of course, we got some news clips, articles and news clips that we're going to be looking at here. So we can get a better idea of what's going on. But there is a news article that it's debunked through these statements that have been made from police, etc. So let's look at this, okay? He says, I don't even know how to start off this post, but to only say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for saving my girlfriend's life. Also, thank you to everyone who shared a picture, came out to Hoover Met to help us with search parties, and who went and proceeded to tell other people about Carlee to bring more awareness to her story. I will say this. I give everybody so many props, because it takes a village to find one missing person, right? And the fact that we all got together and started talking about this, put the word out there, etc. It was absolutely amazing. Let's keep it real. The reaction on trying to find her and getting her in safe hands was amazing. So we should all pat ourselves on the back for the amount of effort that we did for this young woman. Let's keep it real. Again, it took a village to get her home. I've been going nonstop since I received the call that she was missing on Thursday night. I know she would have done the same for me, so I wasn't going to give up until I saw her face again. I was straight tunnel vision. Even when I would get on social media on my downtime and see some of the false allegations and assumptions about me having something to do with her abduction would have me discouraged at times, I wouldn't give up and kept my faith. I just want to thank all of my family, friends, former teammates, and church members who called or texted me just to let me know that they're praying and here for me. You guys don't know how much that meant to me. All I ask for everyone right now is to be respectful of Carlee's situation. And this is the part I said in the pop-up, but I'm going to repeat it again. This is the part that struck me, okay? She was literally fighting for her life for 48 hours. So until she's physically and mentally stable again, she's not able to give any updates or whereabouts on her kidnapper at this very moment. I also want to thank the people on social media who has been understanding and respectful about what she's been going through in these past few days. Once again, I thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough for helping us bring Carlee home. God bless you all. Okay. Now, the part that I found very interesting, and the news has been grabbing this one piece as well, is that he says she was literally fighting for her life for 48 hours. So he still claims that she was taken. He's still claiming that she was taken. He still believes that she was taken. Now, I'm assuming, okay, of course, this is all just in the world of speculation, but I'm assuming that she had a dialogue, a conversation with her boyfriend. And her story still remains the same, that she was taken and that she was fighting for her life for the last 48 hours. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. Because I know a lot of us are sitting here going like, wait a second. That's all cap. All this is cap. I don't know. Still, the only person that's really going to know is Carlee herself. Again, I'm very thankful that she's alive. I'm very thankful that she's safe. But I know that the public are going to want to know what actually happened to her because of the amount of energy that everyone put in, the amount of care, the amount of concern, etc. Um, I do get that 110%. But the boyfriend is still saying, he's standing on that ground right now, at least for now, saying that she was taken and she fought for her life, right? Still very interesting. Now, I do want to show you the mother's response as well, because, hold on, guys, because she had some things to say as well. So let me get this up here real quick. Okay. All right. So she did make a statement. So I figured, we should check this out. Right. So let's take a look. I haven't done this as a pop-up, so this is new for me as well. All right. But this was around the same time that her boyfriend made a statement as well. I mean, it was about an hour in between time that the mother put out this, speaking on behalf of her husband and the family, of course, as well. So let's take a look at this. Great morning. My husband and I want to make this statement again, as we did last night. It's nothing more to add or take away from how we're feeling right now. God is faithful, and He has answered our prayers. We are so grateful to each of you for all the acts of kindness, generosity, and compassion you have shown. Our baby is safe. Thank you, Father God. Whoops. We do want to ask for privacy at this time to allow us to just love on our daughter and each other with our close family and friends. Also, please consider the fact that we have not slept for 3 nights and we are mentally and physically exhausted. To our media friends, I promise we will speak with you and give you a general statement in the near future, as this is an ongoing investigation. We consider the media outlets that wait, hold on. What? Oh, sorry about that. That cared enough to share this story, law enforcement agencies, special investigators, city leaders to be our friends, and we will be respectful of all. For everyone that has messaged or called to rejoice with us, we are so grateful for your concern. Just as we made a comment to not entertain negative thoughts during the time our daughter was missing, we surely will not entertain negative thoughts / statements, unvalidated opinions, or sheer ignorance at such a joyous time. We pray that those that doubt God's power, miracles, and power of faith will be encouraged to draw closer to Him and learn the power of positive affirmations and unwavering faith. We love each of you and are eternally indebted for your support and love. Be blessed, the Russells. Now, I think this is a very beautiful statement that they made. It doesn't give us anything outside of thanks, and we need time to heal. We need time to recuperate. We need time with our daughter to give her love and support right now. It doesn't give us any details. It doesn't give us anything in regards to details of her last 48 hours, where she went, what did she do, who was the person that took her, so on and so forth. All it is just basically saying thank you and basically roughly glory be to God, right? Okay, so we have that. We have that. I also want to share with y'all if it will play for me. Come on.
Good morning, everyone.
Person, always trying to help.
Okay. So I was hoping to find that statement from the an actual public statement from from the parents. But I have not found that yet. I'm going to be real. I haven't found that yet. All right. But all right. So you heard from the boyfriend, you heard from the mom speaking on behalf of the family. All right. But we also need to know what the heck is going on here as well. And I know a lot of us have questions about this too. And that is from hearing from the police themselves. Testing 1, 2. Come on, man. 1 second, guys. Okay. So I wanted to share with you guys this too, just a little bit. I know I've done this in the pop-up, but I want to share this with you guys as well. And if you appreciate this, don't forget to hit that like button down below. Crush it, crush it, crush it. Send it past 1K if you can. That would really, really mean a lot. A like doesn't cost a thing, okay? It helps the show, helps the story get out there, so on and so forth. This discussion as well, you know what I mean? So support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, all right? Anyway, let's get into this piece here too, all right? So this is from the Hoover Police Department, all right? They made a statement, and I think this statement is very, very interesting, okay? Now, it says, update on missing person, Carlee Russell. The Hoover Police Department is releasing additional information on the safe return of Carlee Russell. Since the time of the 911 call at 9:34 p.m. on July 13th, 2023, the HPD has expended every available resource in locating Carlee. And we celebrate with the Russell family on her safe return at approximately 10:44 p.m. on July 15th. The following information are facts we have been able to determine at this point in the investigation. We still are gathering and evaluating evidence in this case. So they ain't done yet. They ain't done yet. I know some people out here are putting out there like, oh, well, when they put this out, then it's done, right? Like they put out this statement and they say that they're done, that they're still investigating, but they're done. No, they ain't done. They're still doing their due diligence, right? They're going to investigate. They're going to interrogate. They're going to ask her more questions, and hopefully they're going to get a more clearer picture of what happened here, right? And that is a good question, Nicole. Okay, where is that? That is a good question. Okay, are the, as far as the $55,000 in reward money, are they going to return that money? Because she returned herself. If she really did fight for her life, if she really was held against her will and she fought for her life, and no one else gave any tips or showed up and dropped her off and said, "Surprise, it's me. I found it. Give me some money." Does the money go back to the people who donated? Okay. And I do agree with that, Phoenix Rising. I absolutely agree. There are people out here that are basically saying, oh, she was trying to get, this was all about a quick money grab. I don't think so, y'all. Okay. She came from a well-to-do family. And she would have been out there missing longer if it was about GoFundMe funds, if it was anything of that sort. I want to remind you, if you don't know about Rudy Farias, the young man that went missing for 8 years, he was literally hiding in plain sight for 8 years. He actually wasn't even missing, but the mom is just one big ass con artist out here in these streets. All right. She was hiding him, allegedly doing all kinds of crazy things to this young man. She was trying to capitalize on that monies. So she kept him hidden for as long as she could. If this was a scam in that kind of way for a quick money or for any type of money grab, she would have been missing for a lot longer than just 48 hours. That's not enough time for the family to scoop up that bag. You feel me? Not enough time. Okay. So I don't think it was a scam. Driving a red Mercedes. I mean, she came from a pretty good, well-to-do family. So it's not a money thing. I don't think it's a money thing. Okay. I don't think it's that. But let's continue on with this. All right. So Carlee left work from a business at the Summit in Birmingham at approximately 8:20 p.m. She ordered food from a nearby business at the Colonnade and traveled there. Okay, so she ordered food. She went out. After she got done with work, she left. She went over to the Colonnade to get the food. Now, this part is very important because there's a news article that's out here trying to ask a debunked now question. Okay, we have worked to retrace all of her actions from the time she left the Colonnade until she called 911 and are well on our way to completing that task. So there's still, they retraced everything that she did. Okay. And that's, just remember that, because I feel like that's a very important piece of information. Okay. At this point in the investigation, we have not been able to locate anyone with Carlee from the time she left the Colonnade until the 911 call was made. Okay. That, I think, in my personal opinion, is very important piece of information. They retraced everything, y'all. They retraced all of it from the time she went into the Colonnade, like left work, went to the Colonnade, all the way to the time that she pulled over on the side of the road, the side of the interstate, calling 911. And they said they don't see anybody. There wasn't anybody in the car chilling with her. Okay. Maybe someone trying to jack her car or, take her, so on and so forth. None of that happened. None of that was seen. Let's get into this next piece from police. Part 2. Okay. Says Carlee communicated on her cell phone with individuals known to her while on her path of travel up to the point of calling 911 at 9:34 p.m. The conversation with the 911 operator ended. Carlee called a relative. So as soon as she got done calling 911, she called, this is where she called the friend, okay, or the relative, and then all hell broke loose audibly. Okay. So she went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. After telling both the 911 operator and the relative she had seen a male toddler in a diaper on the side of I-459 and was stopping to check on him. Traffic camera footage was obtained, which depicted this portion of the incident, the video that we saw. Okay, both the enhanced version and the real pitch black version. Okay, and that footage is still being analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only timely report of a child on the interstate. And I know I even asked this too. Whose child was that? Is there any reporting of said child? Where is that child now? Is that child okay? Was the person that allegedly took Carlee, Was that the parent of the child? A lot of questions, right? Was she used as bait? Okay. Or not? Was the child used as bait or not? Right? A lot of questions. Okay. And I don't know. There's and then I'm starting to hear, because some of you guys are putting in that rumor. I'm hearing this rumor as well, like Truth Exposed. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. That's the problem. I don't know if that's true or not. Why? And then also, if that rumor is true, why would she put up such an act, right? Such a display like that, if she was just having, if she had a side dude. I don't know. That just doesn't make it. The math ain't mathing for me on that one. I don't know. I think people have the idle minds are the devil's plaything. That's what I think. It's more than just idle hands. Idle minds are the devil's plaything, especially when you are sit there with a lack of information, right? I think people's minds run wild and start trying to throw things out here in the rumor mill. And I think that is very, I don't know. I think that is very sloppy. We need to hear from Carlee, right? If that's the case, but I don't think that is. Why would the boyfriend say all that stuff, saying she was taken? Her captor took her and held her against her will. She was fighting for 48 hours, fighting for her life. Why would he say that if the other part is anywhere near true, right? I don't know. I have questions, like I said, and I'll keep saying that. I got questions, So, again, whose child is that? Whose kid is that? Where did the kid go? Is there any filings of missing children as of late in the Hoover, Alabama area at all that are around 3 to 4 years old? So on and so forth. I mean, let's be real. There's a lot of questions here, okay? But I don't know. I don't believe that rumor. That's one I'll say I don't believe, okay? But HPD officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly behind. They located Carlee's wig, cell phone, and purse on the roadway near her vehicle. So her wig, cell phone, and purse were outside of the car, okay? I know some of us, even myself, I thought it was inside the car. And her Apple Watch was in her purse. So it was on the floor. It was on the ground. Okay. All of that. Wig, cell phone, purse, and inside her purse was the Apple Watch. Investigators with the Crimes Against Persons Unit were notified, and the investigation immediately began earnest, with numerous leads being followed. Many local, state, and federal agencies immediately offered assistance and provided personnel and other resources to the investigation. No stone was left unturned, and the investigation continued throughout the weekend. Now, one thing I do want to point out, and I will be getting to your super chats in just a minute, once I get through this this statement from the police. But one of the things I do want to ask here, though, okay, is that, okay, they say no stone was left unturned. So that means that they looked at other surveillance videos. I'm assuming that they did. There's got to be other videos, right? There's other, apparently on the other side of that wooded area, there's another road, right? Maybe that's where she was dragged over and they drove off. Is there video? Is there a traffic cam in that area? Is there a traffic cam at certain exits, right? At intersections and all that? Have they looked at all those yet, right? Have they found those yet or not? Because I feel like that would be a very important piece. Because if they find her without wigs, okay, without the wig, in all black and those white Nikes or white Nikes, walking across a gas station, walking past a food mart, anything, a McDonald's, for crying out loud, walking through an intersection. Have they seen that footage? There's possibilities of them being able to find her in that fashion, right? At least that's what I would think. At least that's what I would think. But we got more. There's more. This is the last piece of info from the Hoover PD. So let's take a look at this. And this is the reason why I say no camera footage, because this part. At 10:44 p.m., the moment that she actually showed up on her family's front door and knocked on that door, the piece of information I think is really crucial here, okay? The 911 center received a call from Carlee's residence that she had returned home on foot, y'all. She showed up on foot. So you're telling me that she walked through, she didn't hit major, if they dropped her off at an intersection, and if there was a captor, if there was somebody that took her against her will, you're telling me that nobody, seriously, nobody looked at maybe traffic cams and all that? I'm assuming that's what 5-0 is doing right now. That this car, a van pulled up, whatever, a car pulled up and just chucked her out and said, kick rocks. And then she walked her way home. You're telling me she didn't stay on maybe major roads that she's familiar with? I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. But I'm assuming, and only assuming, that law enforcement is doing their due diligence right now, right? That they're looking at this stuff, that they're looking this up right now. They're looking at all the street cam, any traffic cams that they have, any ring cameras from the neighborhood, because she could have been escorted. She could have been walking with somebody until they said, okay, this is where I leave you. What about neighborhood ring cams? People have them all over the place. Security cameras on people's homes. Again, supermarkets, fast food joints, gas stations, they all got something. So I'm assuming that they're looking through all that stuff too, right? Because it doesn't make sense. She showed up on foot, y'all. No car was out there. When she knocked on the door, she was on foot. But let's continue on. Still, and like I said, these are just logical questions I think that we are all asking right now, right? We are all asking the same damn questions. Hoover police and fire responded to the residence where Carlee was located. She was immediately transported by the Hoover Fire Department to UAB hospital to be evaluated and was treated and released. Detectives responded to the residence and to UAB to take an initial statement from Carlee. Yeah, because they want to know what the hell's going on. And if there was somebody that took her and she was about to be like trafficked and all that stuff, they want to know if any definitive physical characteristics of her captor, who were they? Give us the descriptions, so on and so forth. I mean, shoot, I want to know. I'm being real. If you live in the Hoover area, I feel that we would, if you live out there, and I don't live out there, okay? And even I'm wondering if there are monsters, okay? I say rush hour for code words to all you new people out here, okay? But these rush hour monsters could be hiding in plain sight in Hoover, just waiting for a woman or a kid to just wander a little bit, right? Or get lured in and taken. So if this is fully true, if her account still is stating that she was taken against her will, I want to know if there's some bad boys out there. Okay? Let's keep it real. I want to know. Okay? And I'm sure everybody in the surrounding areas of Hoover would want to know as well. I mean, this is insane if, again, this is all entirely true. But no matter what, this should also keep everyone mindful that there are crazy things that can happen to each and every single one of us. If we just slip up, they can get us. So I say, be mindful of your surroundings. Be mindful of where you're at, because they are literally using bait to lure in men and women, okay, and kids to, process, if that makes any sense, okay, for lack of a better term. So be mindful of this, guys, because sometimes being a good Samaritan can bite you in the ass. But let's continue on. So details of the investigation, details of that statement are a part of the ongoing investigation, which is expected to continue over the next few days. So they ain't done yet. During the initial portion of the investigation, detectives were able to retrace nearly all of Carlee's steps until the point she went missing, and are confident they will continue to be that will continue to be the case. So HPD continues to be extremely grateful for the outpouring of support from the Hoover community and beyond, and all of the assistance provided by our law enforcement partners, which are too numerous to name. We rejoice with the Russell family as they continue to rest and recover from this situation, and ask for their wishes to be respected regarding their privacy. This release contains all the information the Hoover Police Department is able to release at this time. As we continue to investigate, we will release information that is determined to be factual and pertinent to the public. When a press conference is scheduled, we will provide notice. We will provide advance notice of the date, time, and location. So I know some people are sitting here going, oh yeah, this statement means that they done. Okay, that the investigation is a wrap. Nah, I don't think it's done yet. I'm sure that they're doing as much as they can to look back at the information, retrace her steps, see what's really going on, because no matter what, the public is very concerned if there really are these monsters lurking in the area. And I think that the people need to know if they should be adding more security to their homes, keeping their head on the swivel, or whatever. But at the end of the day, we all need to know in this, at least that part. And of course, given the fact that this became international news, we all gave a damn. We all cared. We all hashtagged her name. So of course, we're going to want to know a little bit more of what is going on here. Let me get these super chats really quick, because I know a lot of y'all supported. Okay, so I appreciate it. USA Kiwi, thank you so much for the $3 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Eyes Wide Open, $5. Thank you so much. Not sure where he got info, but it was reported she did make a U-turn and went back after seeing child. Interesting. That's interesting. If that is in all the reports that I've seen so far, I have not seen that. I have not seen them saying that she flipped a Yui and then went back. But if that's true, then that makes this even more interesting. Okay. And I do have some questions. We're going to get into it in just a second. Let me just get through these super chats really quick. Again, I appreciate all the support. Robin, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Trinity, thank you so much for the 2. That guy was not on the plane with that lady. Oh, okay. Interesting. So she just had a psychotic break then too, with the plane situation. I thought the guy who did that TikTok said that, but maybe that's not true. Carla, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate it. Jeff H, thank you so much for the 10. Did you notice the enhanced footage is nothing more than actual footage blended with a small pic from earlier in the day? You can see stills of cars in the lanes at top. Interesting. I did not know that. I will look at that again, but that's interesting information, Jeff H. I appreciate it. I can prep too. Thank you so much for the 2 Canadian. Paranoid psychosis. Yeah, this could very well be a mental break that was going on with this young woman. Real talk. And we can't cancel that out. And also, I don't think we have room to throw hate and try to, before I go to this last one, throw hate and shame towards this woman. Okay. This could very well be a mental break. You know, I don't think it's a juicy. I don't think it's a juicy. Okay. I think she was taken or she had a mental break. The other rumors that are flying around here, I have yet to see any proof of those other rumors of, you know, an affair or whatever. I'm not even entertaining that until I actually see proof, like a reporting of that, and not from some gossip blog. I mean, from reliable sources. Melly, thank you so much for the 5. Over a year ago, I also seen a child alone walking in the streets at night. So many similarities. Little boy had on a white t-shirt, 4-ish, super wild. Yeah, I mean, she may have really seen a kid. I mean, we can't cancel that out entirely. Okay, she may have seen a kid, and what sucks is that the footage that we have is trash. The footage is trash, y'all. It's trash. It's trash. But we don't see a car pull up and take her. We don't see anything in there where there's a child at least in the green on the grass. We don't see anything like that. We don't, right? We don't see it. So I can see why there's a lot of pushback about this. So many questions, understandably. Okay. Now, one of the other things I do want to point out, okay, is that there has been a crazy amount of search for this. There's been a crazy amount of energy. People have been coming out of their own time, out of their own precious time. Some people have been, traveled from other cities, some from other states. Another woman that had her daughter, her life was taken. She was missing, and then they found her gone. Her life was taken as well. She came in to help in solidarity. She put this stuff out here, talking about all this stuff, saying, I support this situation. Let's find this young woman, right? People were out there combing, literally millimeter by millimeter, trying to find this young woman, okay? Or foot by foot, inch by inch, trying to find this young woman. That's what I meant. And they didn't see nobody? Let me just, like I said, I'm asking the questions, okay? I'm just asking the questions. I don't know what to believe. I want to hear from her. But we do need to entertain these questions really quick. Everyone was out there looking for her. She was nowhere to be found, y'all, for 48 hours. So the question I throw out here is, where was she for those 48 hours? Because it's not like she was hiding under a bridge, not like she was hiding in the backyard of somebody's house. Where did she go for those 48 hours? I feel like that's a fair question to ask. And if she was really taken and she was fighting for her life and she was and she was taken and put out somewhere, that's a possibility. I know that there's a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, she was at the Red Roof Inn." Red Roof Inn. I know. Okay, there's that possibility too. We can't fake the funk on that. Maybe she was at the Red Roof Inn, but nothing's been confirmed of that. That is still just a rumor out here that she allegedly called her family from Red Roof Inn and then she walked home. Okay? Yes, Cookie, you're right. Even Red Roof Inn said she wasn't there. She ain't her. Okay? That's what they said. They said she ain't here. Okay? So, where did she go? What happened to Carlee? That's what I want to know. Not, oh, this is a hoax. It's a lie, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's a hoax. I literally think this either happened or she believed she saw something on the side of the road and had a mental break. But where did she go during that mental break? They were combing through every stick of land trying to find this young woman. And there's not a lot you can do on foot. I mean, yes, if you put in time, you can make some distance on foot. But at the same time, the response of this was so fast. What was if she was hiding out? Where did she hide out? You also got to remember too, Red Roof Inn or a hotel. Let's not forget this. If she really did do that, all her belongings were on the side of the road. Purse, watch, phone. Unless she had, greenbacks, you know what I'm saying? Them dead presidents, which is very rare nowadays, is people having cash nowadays. If she did have cash, that would be interesting. But where did she go if she had cash? Or not cash? Where did she go? Again, questions. Because even a hotel, you still got to have ID. Last I checked. So if she went to a motel, hotel, Holiday Inn, they would still be asking for her ID. Yeah, I know everybody's been saying that. Aliens took her. That's what happened. Aliens. Well, I don't know about all that, y'all. Okay. The aliens from Vegas that dropped behind that family's home. That's the one. Those are the ones that took. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Okay. I know you're kidding, but still. I know a lot of people are like, has anybody said aliens yet? So, something to think about. Unless she had foldable cash money in her pocket and she had a mental break and she was trying to seek shelter, where did she go? Not a lot of hotels are willing to just do cash only, without ID, so on and so forth. Many questions here. You got a lot of people out here that put in a lot of time to look for this young woman. Still a lot of burning questions, guys. A lot of burning questions. But one thing that I found very interesting is this too, okay? There is, I just wanted to show you guys this title. We're not going to dive into this article, but they said, was Carlee Russell alone before 911 before calling 911 about a toddler roaming the Alabama highway and vanishing for 48 hours? Witness says he saw a mystery man standing outside nursing student's car before she vanished. But what's interesting is that 50, and let me pull that back up again. All right, let me pull that back up again. They said, hold on, I think it's in the first statement. They said right here, all right, let me just show you guys this. They said, and just follow the bouncing ball. They said Carlee left from work from a business at the Summit in Birmingham. Then she ordered food from a nearby business at the Colonnade and traveled there. We worked to retrace all of her actions from the time she left the Colonnade until she called 911. So if there was a dude with her, wouldn't they have seen her with the dude if he was riding, if he was doing a ride along with her? Again, police are saying that they retraced her travels from the moment she left her work to go get the food, and all the way up until she called 911. And they say there is no one. At this point in the investigation, we have not been able to locate anyone with Carlee from the time she left the Colonnade until 911 was made. Until the 911 call was made. Again, Like I said, that's why I look at this right here, them asking about her being alone before she called 911. Yeah. From what we gathered, yeah. From what 50 gathered, yeah. She was alone. Then also at the same time, you see in the footage, no other door on her car opened up. It wasn't two people that got out and said, yo, what up, though? Who's this kid? Sup with it? None of that, y'all. None of that. She walked out of the car. She was by herself. And during that entire time that the car is still there running, by the way, no other person got out of the car during that time as well. I'm just saying. She was not by herself. Or I mean, she was by her.
An Alabama woman is home sick.
She was by herself, y'all. Okay. Then I feel like either she went in when she walked into that area, because if what that super chat said, if that's entirely true, that she had first seen the kid when she drove by and it whipped by, right? The view, the visual of the kid as she drove by, she saw him. If she really did flip a B, bang a Yui, okay, and then go back down on I-459 South, and then roll to a stop exactly where that kid was. Maybe by that time the kid went to the tree line, the wooded, right at that tree line before going into the wooded area. That could have been possible. Then she walked over, and as she's trying to talk to the little kid, trying to help render aid, that's when she was snatched. That is a possibility, and it just wasn't captured on that crappy footage. Okay, nighttime, pitch black, interstate highway type stuff. Possible, but we, like I said, the only person that knows is going to be her right now. Let me play this video for you guys as well. This is a news clip. All right, let's take a look.
An Alabama woman is home safe after disappearing for more than 48 hours. 25-year-old Carlee Russell returned home Saturday night after vanishing late Thursday following this 911 call where she reported a stranded toddler on the side of the highway. While Russell is safe now, her short disappearance is generating a lot more questions than it is answers. And Nick Smith is here with the latest. Nick, I know you covered this story all weekend long.
We did indeed, Mark. We even spoke to her family, her mother and father, who were more than receptive to asking us for help to get the message out that she had been missing. After a nightmarish 48 hours, Carlee Russell's family is breathing a sigh of relief thanks to her safe return. But now police in Hoover, Alabama are trying to figure out exactly what happened in the time Miss Russell disappeared Thursday night and who may be responsible. It's a tragic story we're all too familiar with. A woman goes missing without a trace, leaving loved ones frantically searching for clues, praying for their safe return. But for the family of Carlee Russell, their waking nightmare ended Saturday with a happy ending. Carlee returning home, seemingly out of nowhere. On Sunday, Russell's boyfriend, Thomas Simmons, posting to Facebook, claiming Russell was kidnapped and, quote, was literally fighting for her life for 48 hours. But all police are saying is that Russell showed up on her parents' doorstep alone 2 days after going missing, and that she was taken to a hospital for evaluation. On Thursday night, Russell called 911 to report a toddler stranded on a highway. She then called her brother's girlfriend.
I think she kind of let her guard down, thinking that they were so close. And when she got out the car, she did tell my daughter-in-law, I can't just leave this little child on the side of the road.
Russell got out of her car to check on the child, staying on the line with her brother's girlfriend until suddenly she was gone.
She did hear a scream, and then she could tell there was maybe some type of shuffling, and the phone dropped to the ground. And from there, all she could hear was background noise.
Despite a multi-state search effort, there was no trace of Russell, whose car was found with the door open and her belongings still inside. Then on Saturday night, Russell suddenly showed up on her parents' doorstep, but her return now raising more questions than answers.
We're sure that she called 911 from the interstate, and we're sure that a few minutes later, when the police arrived, she was not there, and there wasn't a toddler there either.
While one witness says they saw a gray car pulled in front of Russell's vehicle and a man standing outside of her car, police haven't announced any leads.
You know, there's still forensic stuff that hasn't come back yet. There's just things that we want to have to make sure that we understand again exactly what took place, and then again during that 48, 49 hours.
Yeah, and while police are continuing to investigate Russell's disappearance, they are not currently digging into one of the most confounding aspects of this case, the lost toddler that Russell reported to 911. Police say they have no reports of a missing child meeting that description, who that child may be, or where they were allegedly left by the side of the road.
Thank you.
Interesting. So again, like I said, you know, I'm sitting there going like this is a Christmas song, but whose child is this, right? Whose kid is that, right? If there was a 3 to 4 year old child that's gone missing, who's that kid? And is that kid really missing here? One thing, I just saw it and now it disappeared. Yeah, KG3, I agree. KG3, release the phone call, release the 911 call. Let's hear it, right? I know that there's dispatchers, there's dispatch recordings that we listened to before and all that, but like, release the damn 911 call. Just be done with it. Put it out. Then, because if there is a kid making noise in the background as she's talking to this kid, that could be very revealing information. So like, release the doggone 911 call. Release it. Do it. That's all I'm asking. Okay? That's all I'm asking for. It's very simple. Okay? And I think that would release a lot of the, it would confirm or deny all the rumors that are floating like crazy right now. Real talk. Okay? But real quick, Miss Renee, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family. Appreciate your support. And just like Miss Renee, you can join my membership, my family membership. It's right down there. Hit that join button down below. That'll be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you want to, by all means, join my Patreon, patreon.com/the Pascal Show over there as well. But yeah, release the 911 call. Just do that. I think this would, like I said, it would relieve a lot of tension right now, because there's a whole lot of tension on this. Okay. Some of y'all heated about this. And I get it. Okay. But at the end of the day, we cannot forget that this young woman was found and she's safe. She was found alive. And that's what we all wanted, right? We all wanted her to be found alive, period. But I don't think this is a juicy. This is not a juicy smell it. Okay. I don't think it's a juicy. I think it's either a mental break or this really did happen to this young woman. She really was taken. And the only person that's going to know is herself. But you know what? I want to hear your thoughts. Okay. So I am going to open up the chat. Okay. The video chat. Okay. So do not call. All right. So I'm going to put this up. All right. Delana, let's see. Any details on that hat you're wearing today? The color is fire. My legend definitely needs to add that to his New York collection. You know, wow, that's funny. I'm not sponsored or anything. So, Lids needs to holler at me then. You know what I'm saying? I need to get a Lids sponsorship, but Lids, I found this at Lids. Simple as that. Just found it on the rack, took it, period, done. Okay, Liz, because I know a lot of people have been asking about the hat. All right, random, but yeah, I do like this hat. It's fire. Anyway, let us continue. Let's continue on with this. All right. Now, yeah. So I'm going to open up the phone, not the phone lines, the video chat line. Love to hear your thoughts. I'm going to sit here and say this as well before I put this out here into the chat. All right. Be respectful. Keep it classy, San Diego. Don't be a jerk. If you are, you're gone. But I also say make your thoughts brief, because I know a lot of people are here that have a lot to say and want to get their word in as well. I'm going to try to get as many as I can in the next 10 minutes. So please make it brief. Keep it okay. Keep it respectful. All right. So there it is. It's in the chat right now. Let me pin it to the top. There it is. Let me pin it to the top right quick. All right. Like I said, we're going to do this for about 10 minutes. Keep it respectful. Period. All right. Don't be a jerk. All right. Oh, he gone. Well, it's still up. Let me know. I guess whoever was trying to come on just disappeared. But whenever you guys are ready, by all means, hop on. Love to hear your thoughts on all of this. Okay? Oh, also, for those of y'all who feel like you're not feeling pretty right now today, you can still call in and do audio. Okay? That's it. And I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this. All right? And I'll get to as many as I can within 10 minutes. So keep it brief, keep it classy. Let's go. We got Shadow Ghost. What's up, man?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What's good?
Hey, first off, man, listen, I appreciate you. I got to go to work. But I did want to just say something, because I feel like I usually never even go on anybody's show. But the thing that gets me is I understand some people are upset. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying, like, I agree with you as far as like people put their time into it. You know, people drove far to go try to help that woman, that poor woman, man, her daughter that died. And I think that was her stepfather was the guy that fought in the UFC. If I'm correct, I think that was him. Look, I understand, but if she does have like a mental problem or whatever it is, like, to me, I'm just glad that she's safe, bro. You know what I mean? Because there's some people are so ignorant, and they're like, I mean, look, the main thing is that she's safe. You know, it's like, I don't like the people that are acting like they're upset because she didn't get kidnapped or whatever. I mean, I understand like resources and people caring, but that's just my main point. Like, I feel like that should be like the first and foremost. You know what I mean? That
I feel
she's
you.
Safe.
I'm with you 100% on that. I mean, one of the main things that we should be giving a damn about and really praising and rejoicing about is that this young woman was found alive. And a lot of times we don't get that kind of story. The end of the story, they're found unalive. They're found, right. Oh my Lord, or they aren't found for many, many years, and all of a sudden we find they're just a skeletal remains. And you got a family that's sitting there going, praying so much to try to find out what actually happened to their loved one, or they're holding on a women in prayer for 10 some odd years sometimes, and then find out that this entire time they've been a few miles from where they were, that they went missing, and now they're just skeletal remains. So at the end of the day, the odds were really up against Carlee being found alive. And the fact that she was found alive is huge, and we should be happy about that for sure.
And look, and before I go, just food for thought. There's a guy named Aaron Stoner, ARRIN, last name Stoner. He analyzes video. He's very, very good at analyzing video. In fact, I think he might have cracked one of those unsolved mystery cases about a guy that went missing. This guy disappeared from work one day. He was seen on it's an old unsolved mystery, but the guy was seen on camera. There was another guy with him, and a whole bunch of stuff disappeared from the store, and the guy was never seen again. And I think this guy actually like found him, and he analyzed his video, and he analyzed this video, and he thinks that he sees a second person in the video, and he actually clears it up and he shows it to you, but he says he's not 100% positive. So that's just food for thought. I mean, like you said, we just don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just glad that she's safe, and I appreciate you. I don't want to take up a lot of time, man, but I'll be watching. I appreciate you, man.
All right, Shadow Ghost. I appreciate you, man. Stay blessed, and I appreciate the comments, man.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right, man. Peace. Hey, we got Avery Shannon in the house. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Where you calling in from? I forgot to ask Shadow Ghost, but where you calling in from?
Alabama.
Alabama. Okay.
I thought maybe you might remember.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wanna-
yes. I do remember you. I'm sorry. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done
Yeah.
any video chats or phone calls. So I appreciate you calling in. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
So, okay, this is something really strange. A lot of us around here have been kind of concerned. Well, a lot of concern because if there's really a kidnapper in the area, then we want to know.
Yes.
Because a lot of us have children, like in their 20s that are taking summer classes for college and stuff. And I pass that exit all the time. So a lot of us here, we've reached out to the police department to ask, is there a kidnapper in the area? Do we need to be worried? Do we need to be vigilant? And they're telling us that there's nothing to worry about.
That's weird. That's very telling, though, too.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense because I don't know what the law is, but I would think if there's really kidnappers on the loose, they would have to tell us, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But they're telling us
Absolutely.
that there's no danger to the public, that we're fine.
Interesting. And that's a piece of information that's new to me because I haven't heard that. You see what I'm saying? That statement.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, let's put this into consideration really quick, because this also makes me think of like the approach that the Idaho 4 had. Right, the police with the Idaho 4 case, they sat there going, "Hey, we can't answer that right now. There's nothing to worry about," so on and so forth. When in actuality, they were actually surveilling and watching Brian Kohberger for a good while before they actually snagged him. So I feel with that information, they might be like, "Yeah, y'all, don't worry about it. Keep living your life,"
true.
because they don't want that person or these possible group of monsters out here thinking that police are hot on their trail. That could be it. You see what I'm saying?
That is,
or it could also be what you just said, that they're going like nothing happened, y'all. You can go, y'all live your life. You know what I mean? So I just say it sucks and it's terrible, but I think once we hear more from Carlee and her account, because I think that's the most crucial piece. I think that's going to be extremely crucial within this situation. But real quick, guys, just so you guys know, I just put the poll up. I know some of y'all were asking for a poll, so I put the poll up on the chat, in the family chat on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook, hop over to YouTube, put in your vote. I literally just asked really quick. I said, do you believe that the Carla Russell case is real or fake? Okay, one is definitely real. The other choice is, nah, it's fake, yo. So that is the choices that you have for now. So go and vote. Love to hear your thoughts in the votes, okay? But yeah, Avery, you have a very good point.
And the other thing I wanted to tell you, and I was telling this in chat last night, is when you pass that exit, it's not as dark at night as you would think it is. So where that mile marker is and the sign for I think it's the Hoover exit, right before that is the Galleria, and it's pretty big. So right on the other side of those woods is a neighborhood, and then I believe it's just maybe a half a mile up or 1 mile up is the next exit. And you kind of have like all those city lights that are coming over those woods. Those woods aren't as thick as you think. And then, like I said, right before that is the Galleria. And so that spot is actually pretty, I'm not saying like it's daylight at nighttime, but it's actually pretty well lit up.
Interesting. Somebody else in here said, I am here for the show. Thanks. Me too. She said, yes, the mall is super large. So
the Galleria is huge. I've been there many times, and the lights, when you're pulling up on a city and you might be like coming through like a mountains or I guess here in Alabama, the woods, but you can see, how the city lights kind of like come up over the sky and it just lights everything up.
Right.
That's kind of how it is right there in that spot.
Just massively bright.
So it's
Yeah.
not dark. If I had to pull over to change a tire at night right there, I would do it without hesitation.
Word.
Well, maybe now I might worry, but
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
my gut instinct, though, I gotta tell you, is
Mhm.
something's wanky. Something ain't right.
Something ain't right for show. I mean, that's
Mhm.
what I think. For show, for
Yes.
show. Something
And I'm
is
gonna
not
feel
right.
terrible saying that if it turns out to be, something bad really did happen to her. I will feel terrible, but my gut instinct is that something's just not right.
Yeah. Well, Avery, I appreciate the comment. I appreciate your 2 cents.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
him.
you're right.
I don't want
I
to take up
mean,
your whole show.
no, you're good. But you brought up something very crucial. I mean, the police say nothing to worry about. That could mean so many different things, and that's terrible. But
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, she's the one who holds the key to the truth here. So
True.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's see what they say. But again, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you, and stay safe out there. All right.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank
Bye.
you, you too. Bye bye. All right. Real quick, I think before I pull up these other calls here, I could have sworn I saw something that just caught my eye, but I don't see it anymore. Anyway, let me bring up DJ. DJ in the house. Where you calling in from, bro?
I'm a
Oh,
sis.
sorry. Hello, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
That's
Where you
okay.
calling in from? I'm sorry, sweetheart. Where you calling in
That's
from?
okay. I'm calling in from Georgia.
Georgia. So what's on your mind? Speak on it.
So first I just want to say I don't think nobody is upset that she was found safe. We're actually pretty thankful for that.
Mhm.
But the thing is, when you put something out there in public like that, we get really invested in, things like that, especially when it involves a young woman and a child. We get really invested in that stuff. So I think, the public deserves to know what happened. We don't need to know every little detail, but we do need to know if,
Oh yeah.
if there's a public safety thing out there. So I really don't think people are just mad that she, was found safely or came home safely. But I think we just really, those statements to me didn't offer any clarity whatsoever. I'm glad they're thanking everybody. Her boyfriend did say she was fighting for her life for the past 48 hours,
Right.
but still that doesn't really tell much of anything. She could have been just lost out there in the woods fighting for her life, not necessarily fighting for her life with an abductor or anything. So I just think we need a little bit more from either the family or the police.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. I am glad that the young lady is home safely. I do know nursing school is very stressful.
Mm-hmm.
So, it could have been something going on mentally with that because it is a stressful, time.
Yep.
But, the stresses of the world could have got on her. Anything could have happened. But I just think we need to know at least something. We don't have to know every little nuance of the situation, but at least, yeah, it was a true, situation that was dangerous for her, or no, she just got overwhelmed with, the world and, just lost it for a minute and we overreacted or we didn't know what happened to her.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. As far as her disappearing, and if it was a psychotic break, I mean, I think our reaction was exactly warranted, because of the information that we received. Right. I know that the reaction right now is, I do think that majority of it is coming from a place of good. Because we all want clarity. We all want to know what actually happened, because it feels unsolved, right? She just miraculously showed up at home, and that doesn't sound normal ever, right? Especially within 48 hours. And by the way, I do want to point something out. There was another young woman by the name of Monica de Leon Barba. Okay. She was vacationing in Mexico. All right. And just yesterday, or just the other day, she was released from her captors. She was taken in Mexico, and they just released her, but she was being held for 8 months.
Right.
For 8 months, she was held captive, and then she was released, just randomly released. She was out, like, I think she was out with her dog or something like that. I don't know all the details perfectly, but at the same time, a miracle happened, y'all. A miracle. She was found 8 months later, but that was 8 months, 49 hours later, literally 49 hours later, a little over 49, Carla is knocking on the door. That is wild, right? It's unprecedented, right? So I know that there's so many questions about everything. And I think that the reaction initially was absolutely warranted. I also do think that it was unprecedented as well, the reaction, because a lot of times there's a lot more work involved when it comes to getting the word out about I'm going to be real, a person of color that's missing. I'm going to keep it real. And the fact that the response was so great, I commend everybody for that. That is amazing. We need that same energy on so many other stories, so many other cases as well. So when I look at that, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it could be a miracle that she was released that quickly, or she had a psychotic break. And you're right. Nursing school is very, very tough. I remember mentioning that earlier in another show. School may have just the workload of school and holding down a job as well can be overwhelming. No time for yourself, etc. Maybe she may have snapped, and that's a possibility as well. But again, the only person we know who has the answer is Carlee. But I appreciate you bringing it up. Go ahead, DJ.
And one more thing I want to say, and I always add a little humor to situations. That's just how I am. But when I heard the things she left behind, I was more inclined to believe that she was in some type of, physical altercation with somebody trying to take her, because as a Black woman, I know the last thing we're gonna snatch off our head is our wig. We might leave everything else behind, the phone, the purse, everything else. But if we can help it, we're gonna keep that wig on our head at all costs. So that's what really made me inclined to think that something really happened to her. But that's just me. But I just, I am glad she's home, and I'm glad as a mother, I am. I feel for her mom, and I know she's happy for however she left. I know as a mom that her mom is glad that she's back. Yeah. And, we are too. We just want to know what really happened. That's all.
We just want clarity. And of course, if there are some evildoers out here in these streets snatching up anybody and using a toddler allegedly as bait, we just want to know the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's a fair request from the public, especially Hooverans, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know if they call themselves Hooverans, but you know what I'm saying? Okay? Right. But DJ, thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I really love your show.
Thank you.
And bye.
Bye. All right, real quick before I bring in these other callers, real quick, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. That would really, really mean a lot. Okay, we're past 1K, but if you can get it past 2K, that would be amazing. That would be far. Okay, so hit that like button down below if you're appreciating the conversation and the subject matter. Please hit that like button down below. And if you haven't done this yet, subscribe. It really does. It will mean the world to me. And of course, be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? I'm going to bring in Cassie Roku. Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, how you doing? Where you calling in from, sweetheart?
Seattle, but I lived in Alabama, Birmingham.
Oh, right on. Okay. So what's on your mind? So what's on your mind? Speak on it.
I have two things.
Okay.
Number one, TMZ, if you look at the article on Carlee, click on the comments, because there's some screenshots on there, and one of them looks like from her boyfriend saying, "I told you not to do this," and another one, it says it's from Carlee and she's going off on this other lady.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where is this? Say that again.
On Twitter, TMZ.
Oh boy. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me take a look. Okay.
But then I got something way more crazier.
Hold on. On TMZ, you said?
Yeah.
On Twitter, on TMZ. Hold on. I'm looking this up as live, so just bless me with a little bit of time here. Where would I find this?
Scroll down to the Carlee article. To the Carlee article.
Oh, man.
Click on the word so you can get to the comments.
Okay, so the comments on the Twitter, right?
Yes.
On their Twitter feed. So hold on, let me share this with everybody so we can all see this together as a family real quick. So you talking about this one right here?
Yes.
That was 2 hours ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Click on the I think it'll be maybe another article lower than that one.
Okay. Hold on. Because sometimes TMZ puts things on here that are a little spicy.
It'll be another article of her on down.
So 4 hours ago?
Yeah.
A screenshot in the comments, right?
Yes. You see it?
Oh, I'm looking. Hold on. You're talking about this right here? This right here?
Yes.
So her Birmingham acquaintances thinks it's a hoax. So it says here, okay, so Carlee, I know you ain't, wow, you ain't went missing about no eggplant. All right. I knew she went missing to get her dude back. What? So this is apparently from, okay, now this is all speculation and rumor stuff, y'all. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
If you see, I think one of them's it says it's from Carlee.
Yeah, no, I see right here. It says,
okay, gotcha.
Ish, please. He told me everything you said about me, and you thought I told him to say that. I wasn't even with him. Laughing face. You're delusional as F or AF, I think. If you think y'all little conversation was anything more than convenience, and the fact that he used you to get back at me out of anger, you want to talk about I don't compare to you on your worst day, girl, bye. Laughing emoji. You're miserable, or at least should be being a stripper to provide for a child. I've heard you a garden tool, all right, from multiple people. So not surprised you don't know who your baby daddy is. Mention me or contact my again, and that's it from that.
Okay, now if you go,
but this is all like rumor stuff.
No,
right?
Go over to the other where the picture is. On that other side, right there.
YouTube. So there's a YouTube link. Carlee told you, Carlee, we told you don't play with Birmingham. Out tricking off with your 17-year-old baby daddy. And you 25, please. Interesting. Okay.
Okay. Now the other thing is.
All right.
The other thing is. Okay, this is serious. Wow. Okay, I sent it to you in your Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Now, they already have merch out for Carlee, but instead of saying missing, it says justice. And there's one of them that there's a man it's a white man in a t-shirt. And it's got two, and if you scroll down, and on the man's real arms, he's got different types of tattoo sleeves on his arms.
Yeah, I see this.
If you scroll down and read the wording, it says the right wing and the left wing, and what the right on the side of the left means and what the side of the right means.
That's very interesting.
And it sounds like it's political.
Yeah. I don't know what to take of this. But this is very interesting. Okay. I'll entertain it for a minute. So it says here, and these are the photos or the merch.
Yes.
But this could have, but I will say this could have been made by anybody. Okay. Real talk, anybody just trying to add to the rumors and make more BS up. Let's keep it real, guys.
No, I'm not saying
very
it's
well
from
be
the
it is.
parents. I'm not saying it's from the parents.
No. Obviously, it's not. If it starts with, and what right-wing party do the Justice for Carlee Russell shirt? What? Okay. Furthermore, I will do this. Democrats align with. This doesn't make any sense. I ask that question every time. I ask that question every time, and unsurprisingly, no one can ever answer. Just want to remind everyone that it doesn't matter how left of a line your party is. It matters if you believe in their policies. I mean, yeah, this is all political stuff. And then Justice for Carlee. Then it says Justice for Carlee Russell T-shirt, hoodie, tank top, sweater, and long sleeve tee.
Why doesn't it say missing?
That's very interesting. Yeah, it says justice, but I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. It's weird. That is some weird info.
And they got coffee mugs. They got all kinds of stuff.
But that could be anybody just trying to capitalize on the fact that she's trending hard right now on Twitter and whatnot. So that that's very interesting. But anything else, Cassie?
No, that's about it.
Okay.
I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
I appreciate it. I don't know what that entails, but the stuff that's in the rumor mill, as far as the stuff that you sent me, yeah, that's part of the rumors. I don't know if that's entirely true. The T-shirt thing is very weird, but that could be anybody. And I think that once we get more information, we're going to find out more truths here.
Yeah. But I'm glad she's found. And if she is, people have episodes, and mental health is real, and I'm glad she's found. We're all human. We all make mistakes, so I have compassion for her, and I hope the truth comes out. And thank you so much for having your show. You're wonderful.
Anytime. Thank you so much,
You can have your own TV show. I keep saying it.
I know. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Bye. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take 2 more calls. All right. I got 2 more calls left. So we're going to do these very quickly. All right. So Gina in the house. Hello.
Hi. I just wanted, I'm gonna make it real quick.
Sure.
But I'm not wanting to say that I don't believe her or that I do. I just want to remind everybody, back in 2018, the suspected school shooter, I don't remember the details, but I remember the black lady made.
Hello?
Hello?
Say that again.
I'm sorry. Somebody called me. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. Say that again.
Okay. So back in 2018, there was a attempted school shooting. And when the student went into the school, the bookkeeper actually stopped him from going through with the crime. She actually prayed with the young man, and walked him out. So, the police wouldn't harm him. So I'm going to just say because it's all kinds of speculations out there. And because they keep reiterating faith, maybe that was the situation, and then also the lady from Alabama said, and you were saying, they don't, if it is something serious where she really had to negotiate her safety, you know what I'm saying? It could be a lot of things that they need to, like you said, they could be watching him. They just don't want the public to know. So I just wanted to, remind people that faith, even if you don't, I believe that God is real and these things happen. We've seen it happen in national news, and I'm sure people have seen it in their own communities. But, maybe that was it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, again, the possibilities are endless with this piece, right? I mean, there's so much to unpack. we have so many, like it's a big ass fork in the road, right? With many roads that we could take. And I feel like the only person that knows the real truth is Carlee. And we just got to wait and hear a little bit. I'm hoping, this is the thing though, my fear, real talk, Gina, my fear is that she's going to be so scared. Okay, let me just say this. Let me exercise this thought for a second, okay? If she's that scared, right? Mm-hmm. And she really ran into somebody or somebody took her, did all this stuff, and she was really fighting for her life for the last 48 hours. I'm worried that she's going to be so scared that she's not going to speak up because of repercussions of exposing that information. And then it will be a story that we will all be scratching our heads forever until she actually feels
talks
brave,
about it.
Brave enough to speak out. You see what I'm saying?
Or it could be the government will never let us know.
Boom. 5-0 will sit there and go, well, this is what happened. This is how it ended. And she's alive. She's safe. And she's with the family. That's all we can give you guys. See ya. Deuces. Mm-hmm. I would be really mad about that too. Okay.
But Pascal, can I tell you this too?
Go ahead.
I also thought at first when I first started watching, I was like, well, maybe it was a spirit of a kid in an accident. You never know that that it was late. I'm just saying.
We talking about Insidious?
I'm just saying.
You never know. Yeah. I mean, why not?
Why not?
Why not? Throw it into the mix. You know what I'm saying? People are already saying, could it be aliens? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, throw it in there. Why not? You know what I mean? But yeah, that is a I mean, I'm trying to be respectful as much as I can. You feel me?
Yeah.
But that would be, interesting, out of nowhere. So yeah, it is interesting. But again, you could throw that into the fork, this big ass fork in the road, and it could be paranormal, right? But I'm leaning on the possibility of just saying out loud. Okay. But there are people out there that do believe that, that the spirits are among us. But I will entertain that when that proof is actually out here. But the video doesn't show nothing. So we'll find out more in a little bit. I just hope she speaks out because we're only hearing from the boyfriend. The boyfriend could now. Of course, we got to entertain that thought too because I know some of you guys said this in the chat. He could be just saying that to protect her. Right.
Yeah.
He could be saying that to not look like Boo Boo the Fool. I don't know. You know what I mean? There's so many possibilities with this. So I just hope she speaks out. And I hope that her family isn't going to sit there and block her from speaking the truth.
And I hope it doesn't turn into like a Jussie Smollett. I really don't.
Oh my Lord. I hope it's not a Juicy because I don't think it's a Juicy. I really don't. But I really hope it's not. I really hope I'm at least right with that.
I'll be good with it being Insidious than it being Jesse,
She said, I saw the spirits. Maybe she's a clairvoyant. You know what I mean? This house is clear. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. But we'll put it out there. Why not?
Thank you so much, Pascal. I gotta go.
Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. And we got one last one. Tyler in the house. What's up, man? Oh, I got one more. Okay. I got Tyler, and then I got one more after that, and that is it, guys. So phone lines are cut off. I got one person in tandem. So please, phone calls are off. The person who's waiting still stand by because I'm going to talk to Tyler and we're going to get moving. But one thing I want to say though, really, really quick before I get over to Tyler, please do me a favor, hit that like button down below. If you appreciate the conversations, etc., hit that like button down below. I'd love to see it get past 2K. That would be amazing. And please hit that subscribe button, please. And thank you, por favor. Okay. S'il te plaît. I'll do it as many languages as I can. Okay. Spasibo. And that's thank you, I think, in Russian. That's all I got. Okay, guys. So Dankeschön or something. Anyway, please hit that subscribe button. That'd be greatly appreciated. We got Tyler in the house. Whoops. Tyler in the house. Hello, Tyler.
Hey, hey.
Hey, man. Good to hear your voice, man. So what's on your mind, bro? Speak on it.
Yeah. So, well, when it came to like the poll that you put up for the do you believe this is fake or real? And I heard, well, more people are saying that it's fake. I don't know. I don't know. I tend to reserve judgment until like more comes out, because I mean she just got home, or she just got back, and like the thing is, I do find it sus how soon it all was, or like I do like that everyone pitched in to help. I do like that everyone, like you included, shows like yours like brought attention to this case. I said that in my member chat and all that, but like I do find it a little weird that she just showed up right at the doorstep. I think, I don't know.
I find that so odd.
That is odd,
Tyler. I find it extremely odd, homie. It is very, very odd that she just reappeared and there she is. But I also want to know, what was her physical appearance, right? I'm wondering if she was like in perfect shape, like she wasn't muddy or dirty or anything like that. She can't,
right? Because I would think that,
right? Say that again, Tyler. You broke up.
Oh, sorry.
You good?
Because I would think that you'd be at least a little muddy, or at least you wouldn't be, I don't know, having makeup on or anything.
Right.
Like,
so it does make you wonder, what was her physical appearance? Not only because I know that there is dispatch audio out here saying that she was unresponsive, but she was still alive. I don't know. It's weird.
That is weird.
Like she was just breathing. I think it was just her in shock, right? That she was she was hyperventilating, and 911 was called, basically saying that she was, I think, they believed that she was just hyperventilating because of the shock that she was going through.
That makes sense.
But I still wonder what her physical appearance was.
Right.
Like I said, was she dirty? Were her sneakers muddy? Was her whole body covered in mud? Was she harmed in any type of way? So on and so forth. Because she did go to the hospital for hyperventilating and because of shock. But I'm wondering if they tended to any other wounds that she may have received. So like I said, her showing up like that sparks up a lot of questions. If she showed up smelling Irish Spring clean, I feel like there'd be a lot of questions about that too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens, Tyler. But
we'll see.
Again,
by the way, I don't want to take up too much time, because I know you have like one other person before you gotta go. I just want to say thank you for everything that you're doing. I feel like people want to just lump you in with other true crime YouTubers and other stuff, but I feel like you actually have a purpose, and you have a calling, and this is what you're made to do. You're made to help people, and
thank you.
I just want to thank you for doing that.
Tyler, that's really sweet of you, man. I really do appreciate it, brother. I mean, I feel like I'm just trying to do the right thing, tell the stories and get that voice out there so that we can bring them home in one piece. And so, Tyler, thank you so much, man.
You're welcome.
But I'm going to let you go. Unfortunately, I got to get to the last one so I can wrap up the show, but I appreciate you, brother. Stay blessed.
You too.
Peace. Peace. Okay. We got one last video chat. This is Maria. Hello, Maria.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Where are you calling in from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. I appreciate you calling in. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Well, I wonder what the relationship her parents have with the police department, because it just, of course, none of this makes any sense, but I'm thinking that if it wasn't mental illness, if it wasn't something breakdown, it's very easy to for instance, this scenario about her being pregnant by a 17-year-old, it's very easy to track phone conversations, phone records. Um, and I think the police, at this point, if they're saying it was a mental breakdown,
Mm-hmm.
they might have already lawyered up. And so we may never get the true story if because they're trying to protect their child, even though she's 25. But if it's something where they feel like there is some sort of foul play, I I'm curious as to why how the police are going about this investigation because it's easy to track phone records. I'm also wondering why her coworkers weren't interviewed, or maybe they were, to testify to her state of mind when she got off of work. Because if most of the time a mental break is it lingers, or it doesn't just start when she's after she's gotten off work, got the food, and then all of a sudden she just sees a kid on the highway. I would think that maybe did she have a bad day at work and that triggered it if it is mental. So I'm just wondering if her family has close ties to the police department and they're trying to give them the opportunity to get ahead of it instead of coming out and say, well, this was all, we have the phone records of her calling this 17-year-old, or, because if it was a mental breakdown, where was she for the 2 days? If she can't explain where she was, I would think it would be easier to prove with video that she was wandering in the streets. Nobody's seen her. If it was mental, someone would have seen her wandering around. So it's just, to me, it's either she had a mental breakdown and she was in a ditch somewhere, but again, like you said, there would be evidence of dirt under her fingernails or something like that, more to prove that she was incapacitated. But I would just be curious to know what the relationship is with the police. Are they trying to be courteous? Because usually in this situation, if it was foul play, they would say, listen, we have phone records to show. We have her at the Red Roof Inn. There's video. I'm wondering why they're not coming out and saying something, or if they're trying to give the family time to
that's a good point, though. Because, if there's footage of her out here at the Red Lobster or at the Sizzler, you know what I mean? Just knee deep in some ribs, I'd be, if she comes back smelling super clean, then there's other questions we should be asking as well, right? But that is, what you said in the very beginning is very true, and a very good point. What was her demeanor before she left work? Was she angry? Did she come off any type of way? Did she seem erratic? So on and so forth. Those are questions. Those are damn good questions to ask, Maria. So I'm happy that you called up, because I haven't even thought about her job, right? I haven't even thought about what she was doing at her job, so on and so forth. And yeah, there could have been something going on way before all this went down. Did she receive a phone call before she left work? Was she texting people before she left work? Because maybe there's somebody who met her outside of work, right? Just whatever it could be. But the police said that they were retracing her stuff, retracing her tracks, and we're not finding anything from when she left work to go to the Colonnade to get the food, and then all the way up until she got taken. They said there was no person in the car. But then this is the other thing. Man, Maria, thank you so much for calling in, and everybody else for calling in. This is a very good, very, very good point, and it just sparked off something else. What about her phone records? What about text messages, phone calls that she may have received? Maybe text messages that she was having back and forth with somebody, right? That could have sparked something. Maybe something triggered her. Maybe there was a phone call that triggered her. Yes, she called friends, and then she called 911, and then she called a relative before she went missing. Okay, so were there any text messages, DMs, etc., that she received that triggered her? Those are some pertinent questions that we should get down to the bottom of, right? And so Maria, I appreciate you saying that, because everything could have started right at work.
I agree, and I think I saw an interview with her mom, and her mom almost said she kind of almost gave it away a little bit. And I hate to analyze, because I'm a mom. I hate to analyze
Right.
behavior.
Go ahead
But
and analyze. You're safe here. Go ahead.
she did say something about, well, Carlee is human. She's human. She said that maybe 3 or 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
But so that makes me feel like maybe when she did call her parents, because they said there was a call from the Red Roof Inn that Carlee called them to tell them where she was. Maybe she confessed and said, you know what, I did this happened. And so her parents had to kind of do damage control. And I get that, because as a parent, you want to protect your child. And even if she made a dumb decision, because we all do, maybe she is pregnant, she just didn't know what to do. Even if she made a dumb decision, I think that a lot of people aren't forgiving, but you're going to have haters no matter which way you slice it. I think they're trying to either save her career by going the mental illness route, but I would be very curious as to see even the days leading up, because if this was a plot, there's going to be some sort of records. I don't see her just doing this on her own, running into a woods as a woman, a 25-year-old woman leaving her car. If she was trying to do something sneaky, or if she was trying to plot, most of the time you would think somebody else is involved. There has to be phone records, conversations, text messages, that sort of thing.
Right.
But thank you so much. I wanted to say too, I appreciate your show, because some of the shows I've been seeing, they just allow the commentary to go so far left, and it almost turns you off, because we really want to know what happened. But also, what do they say in the Bible? The person who would cast the first stone, I don't know. So it's not, I don't want to judge her, but sometimes listening to commentary and people being so outlandish, it just turns you off from even wanting to hear about this story. So I appreciate you keep things in check, and just from a common sense perspective.
Right. I appreciate it, Maria. It's hard out here for a critical thinker. Okay. Because it is, I know that some people really like to sensationalize and make it go crazy, and make bombastic comments about things. And I'm like, okay, let's look at the evidence. Let's look at the statements that we have, and let's just sit on the fence, because we don't know anything yet, y'all. I mean, it's so easy for us to just go down this dark rabbit hole and come up with these speculations. But at the end of the day, you're going to come out looking like a damn fool. Let's wait and hear the information. We could still talk about it. We could still come up with our hypothesize, I guess, whatever, and that's okay. But until we hear from her, and until we hear from the family, and they actually give us the truth, I mean, everything's just speculation right now. So I do appreciate you and everyone else that's been taking the time to just listen, and not just go, nah, it's a hoax. Nah. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people out here that are heated like that, and just saying just juicy. And I'm like, nah, wait, hold up, time out. There might be more to this than just a juicy situation. So let's look at it and let's talk about it, So Maria, thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Bye. So, guys, yes, again, I appreciate all the phone calls. Beautiful voices, beautiful thoughts, all that really does mean a lot. Okay. It didn't go off the hinges, getting crazy or anything like that. It was still respectful. I get it that we all have our theories. I get it that we all have our feelings, all right, about this and everything. But I think, again, we have to wait and see, and let's get the evidence. Let's get proof before we fly off the hinges and start putting out rumors that aren't entirely solidified. Okay. because there are rumors out here. Let me keep it a buck, as you just saw during our phone calls, okay, or during our video chats. It's out here, these rumors. So I say let's pump the brakes on those and let's hear from the family when it's time, or from 5-0 when it is time. Okay. So I do again appreciate everybody for coming in here. Let me end this poll that's at the top and read that to you guys. Now, I asked you, do you believe the Carlee Russell case is real or fake? Wow. 59% of y'all said, nah, it's fake, yo. Okay. I'm surprised. I was expecting a little bit more, closer to like 50-50, right? But hey, almost 60% of y'all say that be fake. And hey, I mean, you know, you're all entitled to your opinions for sure. But again, I appreciate everybody for being in here. Now, before I get going, I just wanted to say two different things. Okay. Actually, let me kill the music. I want to point out two things. One, three different things. One, let's sit back, let's wait, let's find out what's going on. This is all the information and the statements that we have so far. Unless during this show there's been more statements, don't worry. I will make sure to do those in another pop-up video or in a live with you guys so we can discuss further if there's more information. Okay. But I say let's sit back and wait. Number 2 on the list, I got another story that I really want to bring attention to. It's another person that's out here that is missing. I'm going to be doing that as a pop-up video here in just a little bit. So keep an eye out for that video. It will be coming out very, 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 very soon. So please make sure the notification bell is on if you've already subscribed. Okay. And 3, another thing, in the description box down below, if you're looking for some really great journals and whatnot, I have a really good friend that has some amazing journals on her Amazon page. The link is down below. So please, if you're an avid writer like myself and you just want some really cool journals for yourself, maybe for your kids or something like that, or a gift for someone that you love, please go down to the description box and check those things out. Okay. But all right. Now the show is over. I appreciate y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. You guys have been really amazing. Okay. Thoughtful, respectful comments, respectful thoughts with this whole situation. I'm just happy at the end of the day, the common denominator, the main focus is the fact that she got home safe. And we should be very, very happy and rejoiceful over that. When more information does come out up with Carlee, trust me, I will be right here breaking that news for you. So be sure that you hit that subscribe button. So again, please do me a favor, hit that like button down below, crush it. Okay. Love to see it go past 2K. Okay. Before you head out, just hit the like button. Again, a like doesn't cost a thing. It helps the show, helps this story get out here, helps this discussion get out there. So please hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right. Set your bell if you've already subscribed, or when you subscribe, make sure that the bell is set to all. Your notification button is set to all so that you know whenever I upload or whenever I go live, because it be random. Okay, so hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, set it to all. If you want to support the channel and become a member, hit that join button down below. All right, become a family member. Or if you want to support the channel even further, you can go to patreon.com/the Pascal Show. I'd really appreciate the support. All right, guys. But anyway, it is time to get going. I appreciate everyone who came in and blessed me with their time today. I got another video that we're going to need some serious attention on as well. There's another missing person out here that we need to talk about. I'm going to be breaking that story for you guys in just a little bit. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. Anyway, guys, it is time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video or in the next show. Whichever comes first. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.